highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by the channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown, extended, beautiful family, just thank you so much for the continuing support. Y'all have held it down for a girl, and I am so appreciating all that you have been doing and supporting and sharing the videos and, stepping by and sending me texts and all these other things. I truly appreciate it. And thank you so much for the birthday wishes. It was truly a blessing. Thank you. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings. Love and light. And many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when girl's about to upload her next video. And if you are comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very uplifting to you, informative, or just give you good vibes, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times at the moment, needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, or just needing, spiritual guidance, please go ahead and share them while you're at it. Give you a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites, wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It is so greatly appreciated. And I hope you're able to, resonate with the content of my video. And the music I'm listening to today is by the channel Supernatural Brain Wave Power, the third eye opening, awakening intuition, sleep meditation, active pineal gland, calm sleep music. I will post that link in the information towards that channel in the description box below. Y'all, I have missed y'all so much. It's been like a week and it drove me freaking nuts, with everything happening with the retrograde, the shifts that we're going through. It has truly been a lot, But before I get into that, let me go ahead and tell you the video is like Twin Flame 101. I almost forgot. Twin Flame 101, when your guides are emerging in you to help assist with your purpose of your mission. It is so true. I've been going through so much this week. It's been up and down. It's been a very emotional like roller coaster for me. I've experienced heartbreak type situations this week. Unprocessed emotions and trauma that I forgot all about. It's like right now where everybody going through everything, it makes you feel like you losing it. You really truly are losing it. And it was like even yesterday, if you've been with me for a while, y'all know I make these crazy posts. I send stuff out just to have that friendly reminder because we go through, so many issues. It's not every day is not a positive day. There are sometimes we're stuck in that funk. Let me turn this down a little bit, y'all. I apologize if this is distracting. Um, yeah, probably need to turn it down on TV. Got my sound bar on too, so okay, that's better. But it's like my birthday. It was always something popping off, and it's just like I'm done trying to say, oh, I remember this, I remember that, because it's just a lot that you are releasing. It's a lot that I deserve to be happy regardless on what has taken place, who's trying to block me, who's trying to distract me, who is praying for my downfall. I'm not going to allow myself to keep focusing on those things that has taken place in my life. Don't even talk about it, and cutting cords away from a lot of things. There was so many different things that were emerging to the surface, and it will put you in a shadow of doubt. It will put you in one of those funks where you're low frequency. It cannot just reflect on you. It could be other people that you connect with. There's people that parted ways out of my life, and I was just like pissed off. And I said, you know what? I'm going to stop getting close to people because I'm tired of either, I'm connecting with people and later on down the line, I find out they're blocking me, or, they're trying to steer me away from my purpose, or their ego started speaking jealousy and they try to block me. Or, it was just like, things start becoming too heavy for them, so they want to disconnect from me. But it was like I had to allow myself to really step back and see all the things taking place, because a lot of times when we're cutting cords from toxic relationships, toxic patterns and habits and stuff like that, there's parts of us that are toxic towards ourselves, towards of how we judge things, how we view things, how we respond, how we reflect, how we focus. Putting our energy in something that cannot be changed, but it needs to be acknowledged for you to be able to accept what has taken place, and being able to allow yourself to really come to terms with that. And it was just so much, because it's like the more I'm open to my gift, and it just seemed like I was getting overwhelmed. Not really in a bad way, but it was like, you know I've been helping a lot of people. That y'all have, I mean, just in the last week, for me not even doing videos, I've had over 200 people subscribe to me. And that was just such a blessing, because I was so worried, because the universe was sending people to me and saying, Rosalind, hey, you need to take a break. You're doing a lot. You're feeding more of from an empty cup, and you need to take this time out for yourself, for you to get, take that personal time for yourself. And I thought I was doing the right thing, but no, I had to be able to step away, because it was just like I'm connecting with others, and opening myself up, but going through these transitions of transmutation, and transformation. You're opening up, but it's just like people are bringing energy towards you, you're pushing it out, so it can be, it start conflicting at times. So you have to really allow yourself to take that time out for yourself. Us as empaths, we end up being a martyr for a lot of things, and you have to be able to say pop the brakes. Sometimes you have to be selfish with yourself, because you're doing so much. Um, and it could be appreciated, but it also can be taken advantage of. So going through all these different things, me acknowledging a lot of stuff, my gifts like opening up like crazy, where it felt like a lot of people were plugged into me. So it's like I'm seeing visions of them, um, being able to recognize the things that in me that was floating up, that I really had to allow myself to really, back up and really reevaluate myself. I'm like, self, look, these are the things that you really truly need to let go of. You are on that next level. You're seeing how things are changing for you. You see how blessings are coming left and right for you. You're learning, but you're down packed with that spiritual part, but you in that emotional and mental part is still kind of shaky. And I don't even told people I'm connected to, I felt like a hypocrite. Like, Rosin, why you feel like a hypocrite for? You ain't lied. I said no, but I'm not gonna tell y'all something, and then I'm dealing with my stuff, and I'm not taking my own advice. So that's the reason why I had to step back. And it's just like, my birthday has always been an emotional time for me. Um, that has really brought a lot of pain. But it was just like the more I allowed myself to acknowledge, the more I allowed myself to surrender. It was like so many of my guides. It's not just my spirit guides, my archangels, um, anything like that. It was like those combined. But when it came, that energy I carry is heavy at times. So it was like I constantly hurt my dad, and that was already painful within itself, because it's like the last time I seen him was like, when I was born, he was with me for 2 days. So that was very emotional for me. Then, my mom, my adopted mom, she came to me as well. But it was just like, when I say that love has been heavy, y'all, it was really heavy. And it was kind of creepy at the same time, because I'm sitting up here, like, I hear my dad's ex-girlfriend. It was like, other than my mom, was really a love of his life, Denise Vanity. Um, and it was like, when she talked to me, it's like any other person, especially if they're connected, and they're on that public figure type situation, it makes me feel like, dang, I'm flattered that y'all want to come out and talk to me. But it's people that I very really admired growing up. And it was like anytime I used to see him, my dad with Vanity or Denise, um, I used to always carry around her album. He sent me a couple of her albums with Sheila E. as well. Anybody he kind of produced or he helped push out there. I had the albums and stuff like that. My mom was like, "What is it about this magazine?" Because I was straight cry. I had a picture of my dad when he was in a Purple Rain jacket, along with him and Vanity at the same time. And it was throughout this time, me discovering who my dad was. And a lot of times there would be people sending me pictures. If they didn't think Monte was my mom, they thought Vanity was my mom. I was just like, no, I've always been attached to Denise like that. But when I started looking at a lot of my pictures that I've took amongst the years before, these things start clicking. When I say that mess is scary, I'm gonna use one as one of my thumbnails, because anybody who's really close to me, I've showed them pictures of that and we're like, wow, I think you're embodying her or whatever. But she's been really talking to me a lot lately. And when she talked to me yesterday, I burst out in tears. She's like, oh, don't cry. We're all here with you. And, I serve my purpose here on earth. And I'm doing the same thing here, on the spirit realm, because I always, ever since my dad had passed, she would always, stop by in my dreams. Like we would sing in this lounge or something like that. And it was just really crazy because I loved her. Anything she was in that I can watch at that age, because, it was like parental advisory is suggested, so there's certain things that I've watched her play. She was in this show, came off of Friday the 13th, the series. I used to love that show. And then when she comes on, I was like, Mom, Vanity's on here. Vanity's on here. She played one with Carl Weathers back in the day. It was the 80s. And what is it? The Last Dragon. I love that movie. So there was a lot of things that I always connected with her. If I wasn't carrying around her album anytime she was on the front of Jet or Ebony Magazine or Teen Beat or anything like that, I always made sure I had it. If it wasn't her, my dad or Michael, that I always kept. But it was just like lately she has really been, there. And it was so beautiful. And she was like, oh, and she was smelling like straight gardenias. And it was so beautiful. But it was like a lot of times I would hear her more often than anything. And, me and her shared some heartfelt, stuff together, which I would truly, truly cherish. But it's like when I'm allowing myself to really reflect on all the pain that I carried, and being able to connect with people on the other side, it had to get to that point that, I should not be keep talking about the pain that I went through, you know, when God sees the fact that other people that should know about what has taken place in my life, especially when it came to my dad and him being a public figure, I don't have to keep telling my story. My time will, you know, people understand from, why I'm here, why I started doing my videos. I always tell people, I love it when y'all have watched my videos for a while and then you're trying to wonder, oh, why she started making videos, and then you start putting two and two together. There I've had people that's been with me for a while, and then all of a sudden you start seeing his spirit or his face. So end up, there's times that I've been upset or getting my feelings about something, or I felt emotional, and you'll start seeing, things start getting distorted, or you'll see his face on top of my face and stuff like that at times, and it's been a lot. It really has been a lot. And I always tell people I never want anybody to ever know what I felt like. People are like, I can understand your pain. I'm like, no, and I'm not being that in a negative way, but I never want nobody to ever feel like I felt, going through this, because I really had to allow myself to really reflect and release on that, because, it was a hurtful feeling for you to be placed in a family like this, but then, you're finding out that you really weren't cared for in the way you thought you were. So, I had to really allow myself to, take that pill of truth, because a lot of times our truth is not pretty, but then it was just like I felt hurt, you know, and betrayed. I've been angry, I'm just like, somebody need to come out and say something. But, it always happens in divine time. It always happens in God's time, when things are taking place where things need to be said, things need to be projected out, because there's so many different things I keep seeing, out in the world I can truly relate to. And with me sitting yesterday and just really, talking to my dad, from the other side, talking to my mom, um, talking to Denise Vanity, all those different things, all these trials I've ever went through, it always reflected strength, no matter how painful it was for me. I really wanted to stand strong in my purpose, and they needed me to push myself aside, to be able to, really allow myself to really look at all that has taken place in my life. I may not be where I want to be right now, but I see the blessings of change that has taken place in my life. A lot of times we endure so much pain. We're trying to understand, why does life have to be this way for me? Why do I have to go through so much of this? Why, I'm trying my hardest to stay in that positive focus, but it's like all this stuff is challenging me around the sides. And that's where you have to understand. And I had to really understand that myself, that that's where your strength comes from. When you always ask God, give me that patience, give me that strength for me to endure this constant, you know, chaos that I have to really endure. Allow me to do that. And a lot of times I used to get mad. I stop asking for that because every daggone time I do, it'll be somebody either trying to trigger me or, trying to block me from something, or it'll be somebody that'll snap on me. And I'm like, I'm that person that got to be really hard comeback, but that's where my strength came from, because no matter how somebody can be so harsh, when it comes to you, when you're trying to do good, you know, that says more about them and less about you. You know, if somebody wants to inflict their insecurities on you, that shows more about them and less about you. When see people laugh at you in your face about your downfalls, it's the same thing. It says more of them than it does about you. And it was like me being able to see all these different things in my life, and I'm just like, damn, this really hurt like hell, but it was like, just know, even though when I felt like I was alone, I was never alone. I had so many guides, people that were connected to me in my life physically, and people that I was spiritually connected to when it came to my dad. So it's just like going through all these things. It really showed me how strong I am. And a lot of times when I tend to forget that, y'all just so happen I said, this universe got that dark humor, because it could be something I'm really like struggling with. The next, somebody will text me. And then as soon as I start texting back, and I say, yeah, y'all slick about that. I'm like, ha ha, okay, I got it. I said, I got it. But it really helped me really, really understand my purpose. And I said, I got frustrated with myself, because it's like, you can't preach to these things to other people and then you still struggle the way they're struggling. You cannot keep pouring for an empty cup. You have to allow yourself to really, you know, take taking the matter of all the things that's taking place, but you have that choice to choose. I was listening to my dad's song. It's called One Song, and that mess was so deep to me. And it's true. You always have a choice, because a lot of times we do things like, oh, I don't have a choice, or oh, this person's making me mad. They cannot make you mad unless you allow them. You choose to let them make you mad. A lot of times you got to just 1 2 3 3 2 1 and walk off and start thinking about rainbows, dolphins, and daggone uh koalas or something like that. You have to allow yourself to do that, because a lot of times you don't realize that you're placed in those certain situations because you're reflecting. Just because you want to act like an ass and you want me to pay for the stuff that you went through growing up, or somebody else that made you mad, you ain't got to inflict that on me. But if you try to, that don't mean I'm gonna have to reply to you. I don't have to respond, because it's just like when I allow myself to even see how much changes taking place in my life. And it was just me staying angry about what my mom's ex-husband did, or what his wife and her children did, and what they inflicted on me. That mess hurt like hell. And it was just like, now they can't do that to me. Now, with me knowing what I know, and they don't know who I told, I really don't care if they know who I told. They became scared of me. Things start popping off around me, or things has been shifted. But I'm seeing all the blessings of love that has came in through the purpose that I'm dealing with, that my guides always showed me. Better days are on its way for you. But a lot of times we don't understand that we can be that main toxic energy, that you are standing in the way of those blessings. Don't allow somebody to keep you away from what you deserve. you know the people that place you in these emotional and mental situations, to where you feel like you're gonna break it, either you're gonna snap or you're gonna need some bail money or whatever. Those are the main things that was assigned to you to be able to strengthen you. I mean, I see things all the time, and I'm just like, sometimes I laugh about it, shake my head, and I'm like, oh Jesus, get me out this situation. But it's like, no, he ain't gonna get you out that situation. You are, you know and it's just like looking at those things. It was like yesterday was a very, I said, this is going to be my day. This is my day, not just for my birthday, but it's like my graduation day. I'm going to that next level. I don't give a damn who try to get mad about it or whatever, or try to block me. You can't block me from my blessings, because if that's from me, you can't never take something from somebody that is for them. I always grew up, and then knowing the things that has happened to me and what I was robbed of, you know, it's only about a matter of time. You know, it really is. So, you know, allowing myself to be able, you know, it was for a long time. You know, I always try to understand, you know, why the universe, why did God allow these things to happen? But then you have to understand everything has a purpose on happening the way it happens for you. So, you know, going through all this and me being open towards the world to let y'all know the things I've endured, you know, the things that has taken place in my life, you know, that reflects a lot of strength. And, you know, and for me dealing with that, I got so many guys behind my back, you know, that it really has influenced me growing up. So it's just like going through all this, it's been a burden, but it became my biggest blessing. And that's something I can truly appreciate, you know, because I'm 43 years old now. I don't have to keep bringing that mess up about the things that has taken place in my life. Yes, this has happened to you. Yes, it hurt like hell. Yeah, you don't have the closure you need, but trust and believe everything is not what it seems to be for me. You know, all I can do is stay focused on what my path is, stay focused on what I'm trying to heal from, stay focused on what level I'm trying to reach, what peaks and pinnacles, whatever you want to call it, you know, get to. So don't allow my focus to shift off on, you know, my mom's ex-husband, his wife, and whoever else is, you know, tied into that, you know, and just keep doing me, you know. Everything happens for a purpose. There's so many of us waking up on different parts of the world. And it's just like when I say signs of confirmation comes to me in many forms, you know, and many synchronicities, it's truly a blessing. Like yesterday, I was watching movies, you know, it was a Netflix and binge day. And like I've said, if you've been with me for a while, I always tell y'all, you know, my visions, my downloads come throughout in many ways. And it was like yesterday, you know, I haven't watched Underworld in a long time. I love that with Kate Beckinsale, you know, her playing Celine and stuff like that. I love Underworld. But I was watching, you know, it was crazy. If y'all seen my post yesterday um, about my birthday and how I expressed that, it aligned right with that, and it was so creepy. I got like ultimate chills. Because the one I watched was called, I think it was Underworld Underworld Evolution. And when I say that mess resonated with me, except I ain't no damn vampire boy. If I was, it'd been some messed up such and such. But and going to a negative sense. But you know, it was like Celine went through the same thing I have. Her maker, she loved as her father. You know, made it seem like everything was this and this and this and that until all of a sudden, you know, lycanthrope stayed on one side, you know, and the vamp stayed on the other. Then all of a sudden she started going on this journey, you know, and started finding these different pieces that started jogging her memory, you know. And then her truth came out that I forgot what his name is, the ruler or whatever, but you know, Victor, I think that was his name, Victor, uh, that killed her family, kept her away. And when you talk about, I got emotional because it's like when she got in touch with the oldest living breeding vampire, you know, he started giving her so much knowledge and said, you're different. You're going to start a new future. You know, you're starting a new evolution, you know. And when that happened, it was just like, it made me come back when I started, you know, um, looking at the comments I had. I remember I said elevation of evolution. And it's just seeing everything she went through. The maker, the sire of all sires of vampires, gave her special gifts. Like, there's nobody out here like you. You know, and what you need these special things if you're going to help make a new future, you know, for the world. And I mean, chills start going up, and I'm just like, damn, y'all, here y'all go again, sending me stuff like this. So it was a blessing to be able to see those things, you know. I have people that doubt me about what I do, you know, that get very offensive because they're different part of a Native American tribe. And that's not You know, that's not what I'm here for. You know, I said there's a lot of empaths that are assigned to me, or, family, around the world that are subscribed to my channel would have been able to call me a fake a long time ago. But like I said, whatever is stepping up, God and them is always one step ahead, always 10 steps ahead of what evil and the devil try to pull, you know. And when it comes to Heyokas, they're not really spoken about because that's very private. Native Americans is, they have their respect, and they keep close to their own, so they don't really talk about stuff like that, which, I totally respect. And, when I first started this about knowing I was a Heyoka, they told me, there's going to be many that will doubt you. There will be many that will be pissed at you, because you're speaking on something that is very sacred. And that's what we are, the sacred clowns. Um, but we picked you before you were even here. We picked you because they would have never seen you coming. You're hidden in plain sight, you know? And they told me I'm gonna be doing some big things, and there's a lot of times where they navigate me to do certain things to where it has to be filmed. So when people go back after a big event that happened and I done pushed this out into existence, they will know, damn, she real, because there's some people that grew up and practiced this hard that I connect with, and they were like, wait a minute, hold up, our tribe, Lakota tribes, don't talk about stuff like this. But when I start going through levels of who and who's assigned me to what, they knew already automatically there's no way she's lying about that, because how would she know, about these certain things? Only people that have grown up and practiced this would know that. Or there's visions that I've had, you know, that has taken place. So for these different things that's going on, um, you're knowing more and more about your mission. You're knowing more about your life purpose, what you truly are on different levels. More is unfolding to you, where veils are getting snatched off left and right. That you really truly needed to learn about a depth, you know, of yourself, what you're here to do, what belongs to you, what needs to separate, what needs to remain, what needs to change. All those different things are coming to you right now. It has not been easy, and there's times I'll be stuck in my ways. I'm not gonna lie. If you've been with me for a while, y'all know sometimes I can be stubborn as hell. I'm a damn Taurus. I'm like that. But I can truly appreciate all those changes that I went through. It's not been easy. No, it's not. But when I can allow myself, because it's like y'all been dropping these comments and I've been crying. I ain't even go go there. But y'all know I'm very sensitive. I'm like, God dang, why can't I put up my strong shield? Because y'all making me feel punkish. I don't like that. So, but there's all these different things that's taking place. You know, and it's just like when I talk to my guys. I was talking to my daddy yesterday. He's like, baby, I'm so proud of you, baby. And I'm just like, thank you, daddy. And it has really took a toll on my heart, my mind, my spirituality, my strength. It really played hard on me, even though I'm not even where I want to be yet. But God's gonna make sure I get there. I had to really allow myself to really reevaluate how I saw my life, how I saw my path, not steering away because of other people's opinions about my life, or what what I got to try to convince anybody of. Because I feel like if there's no ego in that way, in your way, or the vibes that you have, they're very conflicting against mine. I'm not winning or losing anything, with me saying what I'm saying, because that's my truth. Those are my experiences. These are the things that I've endured. You know, I was guided here. I ain't asked for this. I was chosen. I was picked, you know, and all these things have taken place. And it's just like so many different things is in my life that has changed in such a major way. I haven't, there's certain things that just like I said, well, yesterday, there was certain, I kept on seeing Denise right here, and she's just carrying conversations with me, and certain things started flashing when we were talking. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I don't know if she was my mom or my twin sister in a prior life, but I knew there was a very strong bond between me and her. I've had a couple of my friends ask me, Roslynn, do you know who your mom is? And I'm like, yeah, I connected with her, but she's still holding on to a lot of pain. My siblings don't know about me. That was something I had to make peace with, even though that hurt like hell. So I'm not mad at my mom, but I don't know what kind of struggle she had. Because I know with me having my daughter around the same time she had me, that took a lot of courage for you to walk away from your child, and I never would hate my mom for that. So it was just like, reaching out to her, it hurt. It really hurt because there's people that I really caught as my friend, and being able to be happy about that. It's like I didn't choose to be Prince's daughter. It was like I was assigned to this. That I'm honored for him to be my dad. I'm honored to mirror my dad. But it was just like, I couldn't really be open about certain things because people would constantly block me from that. So it was like all these different things just came about, and it was just like, I know if my mom's ex-husband talked shit about me to my dad, I already know, I can't even imagine what they sit up here and said to my mom, and really made her do that because they didn't want that information to get out, you know. So I had to make peace with that. I really had to make peace with that, because her picture kept popping up really on me a lot, and with me and Denise and how we connect like that, it was just like, dang, and there are certain pictures I did where there's poses that I've done automatically and wasn't even thinking about that with her, that it mimics the same thing, what's that word? Oh God, I forgot what that word is. But in my pictures, there's like certain expressions that she had and certain ones of mine, because I was cleaning out a lot of my thumbnails and stuff like that. And just to be able to see that, when I say that shook me to the core, it shook me to the core. So, that's why I said I'm going to use it as, my thumbnail so y'all can show y'all what I'm talking about. But it was very beautiful. I said, I don't know what you're trying to tell me right now, but I already know sooner or later I'm going to know. But it's very beautiful, but it's very creepy at the same time. It's very off. I said, the more I open up to my gift, the more I open up to the unknown, the more stuff that they want to get me at. I'm like, oh Lord, this is a lot of tea, but thank you anyway. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I'm gonna do a few more. Like I said, I really missed y'all. It drove me crazy. It was almost I think it's like a week and a few days. So I had to go through my own thing. I had to go through self-care, on a deep, 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 deep cleanse. So, even the energy I'm brought back is not even the same. Y'all know if I start talking about certain things, I automatically get triggered with emotions. And it's like, not today, Lord, not today. So I would love to give a post notification shout out. Y'all don't. It took me 2.5 hours just to finish answering y'all's daggone comments like crazy. Um, Awesome girl 226. Much love to you. Uh, Natasha Billard, as well as Mega Jason 800, Corey C5. Thank you. If you're new to the channel, much love to you. Welcome. So good to have you. Um, Drop me a line. I would love to give you a post notification, shout out, share, hit that notification button so you know when I'm about to upload some more videos, subscribe, share, tell your friend, they may find something that they can relate to. Um, Make sure y'all still, with all this stuff going on, stay 6 feet apart. Make sure you wash your hands and sanitize as much as you possibly can. I hope you have a blessed, prosperous week. All good love, blessings, and prosperity come towards your way. Whatever your needs are, I'm sending those vibes out to you. I know we're all struggling, going through different transitions, change, and ascensions. So I pray that everything goes good for you. Allow yourself to reflect on what needs to be reflected. Allow yourself to acknowledge and allow yourself to release. I understand that we all carry that baggage of pain, but it's worse to stay in a situation is that you're no longer needed. So, like and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, share, tell somebody about the channel. It's truly appreciating. Um, I hope and pray whatever you're trying to manifest in your life, it comes 100,000 times more than what you asked for and way sooner than you expected it. Make sure you give out, even through social distancing, give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know. All those things can really take somebody a long way. And I love y'all so much. Thank you for continuing to support. It's truly appreciated. And I will see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be well.